So what about the people, they've seen a movie and they're kind of thinking, I know a couple vegans and maybe that's something I should do. Where do you think they should get started?
Right. Okay, so where to get started if you're thinking about going vegan? First of all, yay! But there's a couple different ways to do it. For me personally, I saw Peaceable Kingdom and I just said that's it, and I just went cold turkey, as they say, and I just stopped immediately. And if you're that kind of person, that might work really good for you. Other times people say, I'm going to eliminate one type of animal each day for a week or for a month or however long you want to do it. For example, if you don't resonate that much with chickens, sometimes people don't, they give up chickens.
Okay.
And they start with one animal, and then the next month they kind of go, pigs, and then they give up pork, and then maybe beef, or the other way around. So one animal at a time.
All right.
And then sometimes people will say, you know what, I'm going to give up meat, but I'm going to keep up with the dairy. I can't give up dairy right away. So maybe, in fact, that's how a lot of people get started.
That's how I got started.
Yeah, because we think, well, I'll just give up meat and then I'll give up the dairy later. And once you find out about dairy, now don't you think dairy's even worse than meat?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very worse than meat. I could never eat meat, but I can't eat dairy at all.
Yeah, dairy,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's a whole nother video. But anyway, so you might want to do that way. Or sometimes people say, I'm not going to have any meat products in my house or any animal products in my house. But when they go out to restaurants, they cut themselves a little bit of slack, and they'll still have it when they go to restaurants.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be right now, just absolutely.
It doesn't have to be. In
Okay.
fact, sometimes people find it's a lot easier if they just say to themselves, I'm going to be a vegan until 4 o'clock. And that's so easy to do. So you have granola or you have a smoothie for breakfast,
Right,
you have
right.
a big salad for lunch, and then, you eat what you're going to eat after 4 o'clock. So that's one way to do it. Or maybe you say the weekends, you just switch it up. But if you decide what you're going to do, you're going to have a greater tendency to do it than if somebody else tells you
Good point.
this is what you should do.
Right.
So you feel into your own self what's going to work for you, and then you can gradually, like Kathy Freston says, lean into it.
Okay.
You can lean into it. Or I've also heard that giving up dairy, like if people say I'm going to have it every other day, it doesn't work that well.
Oh, really?
I've heard from people
Okay.
because it's like having a cigarette every other day. You can't get off it.
I see.
So, and I believe that's probably true, like to just quit cold turkey on that, to get all that casomorphine out of your system.
Right.
And then, or another really good way to do it is to fast.
Yes.
Like I used to fast every Monday,
Yeah.
and then the next days I didn't even want dessert because food tasted so
Right.
good to me.
Anything, you love anything that you can
Exactly.
eat after a fast.
Yeah, so you get all of that out of your system, and then you won't find that tendency, like physiologically, that you need that stuff. Because there's a very big component of the physical aspects of having that in your system and needing more of it.
Right.
And then your taste buds, taste buds change too.
Oh yeah, true. That's
You know?
true. Yeah, I'm eating things I never thought I would eat before.
Yeah.
So what about someone decides just to quit? How do they navigate through the grocery store? I mean, what about label reading and knowing what's in a package? Do you know a good resource for that, or
Well,
do you?
that's what I help people with in my 5-week online class. It's
Okay.
specifically designed to tell people, like 1 week is on how to read labels because, sugar is disguised in so many different
Yeah.
words, and dairy too. You don't think you're getting dairy, but it's in there. So reading labels, and then I go through different resources for calcium. So 1 week is all on dairy, and then 1 week is all on protein, so that you can learn what you need in those categories that most people find most difficult.
Okay.